Shinobi Striker kills me. It's such an infuriating game because it squanders all the potential it had. Shinobi Striker kills me. It's such an infuriating game because it squanders any potential that it had to be a good game. It could be a genuinely good game, and I can enjoy it, but 90% of the game is locked behind paywalls. The only content updates have been characters. Some people have no idea as to why they're included. Meaning they have the same old and boring maps, the same game modes, the same PvE missions, and the same fucking netcode since the game released. And instead of trying to legitimately improve the game, they throw Ninja Tool Shop updates at us every 2 weeks or so in hopes that we'll just ignore everything because a new variation of the fucking shuriken released. All of the weapons do the same thing. Most of the clothes have the same effect. Most of the older jutsu are worthless in comparison to stuff that the new DLC gives you, and the game is just shallow and empty. And I doubt they will fix it anytime soon, and I fucking hate that. I have to force myself to enjoy the game when I play it. It is so fun at times when you just in the middle of a combat match, and you're roughhousing with the other team, and you all it's chaotic. You throwing around a bunch of jutsu, just a bunch of explosions, everything, and health is just going down left and right. It's nice, and then flag battles. Everything's getting all hectic because everyone isn't they're like entire teams going against each other at one flag point trying to protect and take away the flag, and you manage to slip the flag away, and it's a mad dash to your flag point so you can steal it, and your heart's just racing, the adrenaline gets pumping. It's amazing. I love that feeling, but that feeling isn't there all the time because the game just doesn't warrant that feeling all the time. It doesn't deserve it. It's not a good game. I'm not gonna say this. It's not a bad game, but it's not good either. I have to force myself to enjoy it most of the times because the game just angers me the rest of the time I play it. Either because lag. The lag on this game is awful, and if you end up lagging at all during a match, um, you either fall into a bottomless pit, will instantly fall into a bottomless pit, killing you and penalizing you. Whether you're if you're in like a flag battle where dying opens up the flag, or a combat battle where dying raises your team's health bar. Or you could just end up dying randomly, even if you're on solid ground. You could freeze up, the game will freeze up and lag in the middle of an ultimate attack, in the middle of, using an ultimate attack. And your ultimate attack will just be cancelled out entirely. Nothing will happen. No one will take any damage. There will be no effects. But your secret attack gauge will be depleted as if you used the attack. And this happens for, other attacks as well. But it's infuriating when it happens to like your ultimate attack because, you're trying to use them to change the game. And they just get canceled out at the most inconvenient of times. And this happens to me. It doesn't happen to me all the time, or even frequently. But when it does, I just get livid. Or you're fighting, you getting some good hits in on your opponent, in the game lags, and once it comes back, you're either half dead, nearly dead, or completely wiped out because you couldn't do anything, and either your opponent managed to get the drop on you while you were in stasis, or the entire team got the drop on you while you were in stasis. There's no in between. It's it's bad. I really wish Soleo, the developers, would man up, improve the game, fix the net code, add some more content. Outside of characters that have little or no meaning, like Shisui. Um, Shisui is really underdeveloped as a character in the novels, and I believe it's only one novel in the Itachi prequel novel. He's only really given him time. He's only really given time to shine in that novel. He doesn't have any time in the main, like the original manga. There, he's mentioned. He has a flashback where he jumps off a cliff and gives Itachi his Sharingan, but that's it. He doesn't have that much of a character in the original manga. And then they have like Mei Terumi. They have Killer Bee. They have Onoki. Three characters who I'm not sure why they added Killer Bee. I can somewhat understand, but At the same time, I'm confused. Why didn't they add A? They added May and they added Onoki, but they didn't add A. They didn't add all the Hokage. They also added Tsunade, but she was a must-have. So was Jiraiya, Orochimaru. But they also added Hashirama, Tobirama, and then they added I forget. No, I think that's the only other two they added. And they have Madara and Obito, who are must-haves. Of course, they have Naruto and Sasuke from Boruto. They have Boruto with Karma, and as of recently, they added Sakura from the fourth Ninja War. They added Nagito. They added Tensei, and they're planning to add Kawaki at the end of the season, which is fine. But these DLC don't add anything. You can already play as the Ninja Masters, you know, in the game for free. You just have to train with them a bit. The only thing the DLC gives you is access to their jutsu and some costumes. So I don't understand why they're $5 individually. It doesn't really make sense. It's a bit overpriced for essentially what amounts to three powers. Three powers that pretty much are useless unless it's, Boruto, Naruto, Nagito, or like Orochimaru or Madara. Those are like, and Tsunade, those are like the first ones that come to mind when I think of a useful DLC jutsu, because everything else, it's really useless. It serves no purpose, or it's just really inconvenient, or it's really clunky to use, and I wouldn't see myself using it at all, and I wouldn't see anybody else using it at all, because I don't see anybody else using it. I don't see anybody use Tobirama's jutsu. I don't see anybody use um I don't see anybody use Zabuza's jutsu. I don't see anybody use Obito's jutsu aside from Kamui. I don't see anybody use Karma Boruto's jutsu. I only really see people use Boruto Sasuke's Renegon ability, where he swaps places with the other user. I mean, no, not that one, where he draws to target in and uses the Amadawachi explosion. But for the most part, nobody really uses these jutsu. They just kind of exist, and I'm not sure how I feel about that. It just seems like a waste of money and a waste of time on Soleil's part. A waste of money on their part as well, but mostly on the part of the consumer. I wish they would stop prioritizing, adding in these characters that nobody gives a rat's ass about, and start, actually adding content to the game, adding new maps, because the maps we have are really cramped. They're limited in space, and they're limited in, you know, versatility, and they're limited in creativity. They aren't interesting maps at all. And after a while, they get boring, and they gotten boring for me. And I know it's gotten boring for other people because I've seen people like the Shinobi Striker Reddit subreddit that have expressed their dissatisfaction with the lack of content in the game. They could add more maps. They could add more game modes. The standard combat battle, flag battle, base battle, invader battle, they're fine, but it would be great if they had more to the game, because after a while, it get kind of boring. Of course, combat battle, you kind of have to have that. Flag battle, that's cool. Flag matches, capture the flags, they're cool. And then King of the Hill, and then there's a barrier battle. But yeah, they get stale after a while. They get stale after a while, and it'd be really cool if they added more. I can't really think of anything off the top of my head, but I'm pretty sure they can think of something, because there's loads of other games they can take examples from, like first-person shooters. They could adapt those game modes into game modes for Shinobi Striker. I know they can, because I've seen it done before, but they just don't, because I don't think they care, and that pisses me off. They could add missions, because the current missions, the PvE missions, the VR missions we have, most of them are just copied and pasted versions of the same missions, just padded out with more enemies that are tankier and do more damage. So it's not challenging. The missions aren't hard. Just because you die a lot doesn't mean the missions are hard. You die a lot because they throw 20 enemies at you that can knock you out in 5 hits. So you have to try jumping around like you're playing fucking hopscotch. It's not fun at all. And the only reason I don't have every achievement is because I either have to complete like 100 matches as a certain type, or I have to complete uh every VR mission, which I don't feel like doing. I'm not going to do it. They could also, fix the net code. That's a really problem with me. As I mentioned before, the lag is atrocious, and when it does happen, you're pretty much down and out. If they could fix that, that'd be great. If the game had a stable, connection and stuff like that didn't happen, I'd love it. But they won't do it. They just won't, and they've proven that. The game released in 2019, 2018, so it's been about 2 to 3 years. In that time frame, all they've done is added new costumes, new ninja tools, new weapons, which function the exact same way. They just look differently. And new DLC. That's it. They haven't added anything else. They haven't improved anything. It's just an empty game, which, you know, is fucking hilarious when you take into account that the fucking game is still $50 on Steam. It's still full price year round. They're asking me to pay $50 for this broken, insignificant, incomplete package. I could get I could get Ultimate Ninja Storm 4, which I have, for the same price, and it contains loads more content. It contains a complete story mode, which Shinobi Striker substitutes with a list of duplicated VR missions. That's their story mode. They have a complete story mode encompassing the entire, Naruto story, from Naruto to the end of Naruto Shippuden. They have a Boruto story mode for the Boruto movie. They have, you know, online combat with an actual, passable netcode, an actual good netcode, so you can actually fucking play online with people. They have, loads of characters. They have over 50 characters. 50 playable characters with their own unique move sets and their own unique fighting styles. Um, they have a bunch of maps that you can unlock with their own unique, hazards and whatnot. They even have, shop systems. So you can like get little stamps for like your fucking um, online card. It's great. It's a complete package, and I can understand why it's $50. It might be even it might be even less. I can understand why that's $50. That's a complete package, and it's a fun game. Shinobi Striker isn't though. It isn't any of that. It tries to be all of that, but it fails at every opportunity, and I hate that. There's a potential for a really fun, a really entertaining, and a really good game, whether you're playing by yourself, with a bunch of strangers, or with your friends. But Shinobi Striker solely squanders that opportunity, that potential. It just throws it away. Because I'm assuming it's because money, 50%, over 50% of the characters in the game, their DLC, their trainable ninjutsu are locked behind DLC. I'm not even kidding when I'm saying that. 50% of the DLC, 50% of the ninja masters you can train under are DLC. More than 50%. Um, they're overpriced. Hell, they even charge you like fucking. They charge you $3 to unlock Pain as a VR master early on, which makes no fucking sense. All you have to do is complete a mission in order to unlock him as a VR master. In fighters, you can purchase the ability to unlock Android 21 and Blue Goku and Blue Vegeta for like what, $3? That's 3 characters, completely playable characters. Sure, you could unlock them for free by completing the story mode and then complete story mode for 21, and then you have to complete this this tower, this tournament thingy, Hyperbolic Chamber challenge. You have to get a complete S rank, and they give you Blue Goku and Blue Vegeta. But those are locked behind actual challenges. You have to complete the story for 21. You have to complete the super hard challenge for Goku and Vegeta. I can understand why you would want to. You could just say fuck it and want to skip over that. In the case of Pain Zone, I asked you to just complete one mission that you unlock early on in the game. I unlocked every VR Master, and I trained under every VR Master. I unlocked all the jutsus in what, a day or two? And it took me what, 3 days? At least 3 days to complete Fighter Story, and it took me a little bit to finally complete the Hyperbolic Compensator challenge with the highest ranking They also charge you. They have this Shinobi Striker outfit, this cloak. It just has Striker on it. They have white and black variants for $2 individually, and they have um an outfit based on Naruto's Hokage outfit. Um, $2 for outfit that does nothing. It doesn't have any unique features. It just looks cool. It's so infuriating. I'm getting angry just talking about it. I really wish that someone other than fucking Soleo would develop for Shinobi Striker. Someone like Dimps or whoever made the Ultimate Ninja Storm 4 game. I'm pretty sure that was Dimps as well. They could do something good with this. Soleo can't.